I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Today was the second day of the Grand Australian Ride. I rode from Port Campbell to Mount Gambier via Warrnambool and Heywood. The date was 1st of May 2022. Time taken was approximately 5 hours. The weather was windy, cold, and there was rain as well along the way. The distance covered was approximately 248 kilometers. The terrain was plain, mainly straight, and a lot of farms that I crossed. I had taken one fuel stop at Port Campbell just when I started. Good morning. So we are all set. I've just finished breakfast at Thepline Tea. Now I'm going to say bye to friends and family over here and wrap everything up, and I'll catch you on the road. So that's where we stayed. These are the 3 bikes. Bikes all set to go. A lot of people came to say goodbye before the start of the big journey. Amongst them were my wife, my mom, my brother, my sister, little Arjun. Obviously Arjun was curious on what's going on because he's so little. So my close family and a lot of friends had come in as well. Nikul Shah, Ruhi, Vivek, Akshita, Neil, Curie and Quincy had also joined in, and we had a lot of fun the previous night, and now it was finally time to say goodbye and get started with the actual ride. So stopping it here for fuel. It's the only pump in Port Campbell. So $22 for 10 liters. So I'll go and pay now. Very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chalo, milte hain. Thank you. Filled up now. So that's what the rate is over here, 219.9. So that's $2, nearly $2.2 per liter. The prices have gone up since the Ukraine crisis. So anyway, so here we are. So going towards Warrnambool, A1. So as you can see, Petersburg as well as Warrnambool, we're going this way. Okay, so we are all fueled up now. And on the way to Mount Gambier for today. The plan is to actually go via Warrnambool to Mount Gambier, so I won't be going on internal roads. I'll try and stay closer to the coast, as it's a more interesting route. And yeah, let's see how we go, and I'll update you along the way. We are on our way to Warrnambool. Warrnambool is a big town, a big Victorian town that will be passing along the way. There are a lot of cows, big dairy industry in Warrnambool, and as you would see on either sides, there are a lot of linear irrigation systems that you will see, like a big pipe with stands and wheels on either side of the road. They're used for irrigation, very popular for irrigating patches, used for grazing for farm animals, farm stock like cows or lambs and things like that. So yeah, that's the area known for as well. And yeah, I'll update you as we go along. Now we are passing Nulla Ware, Nullaware. That's essentially the last town of the Great Ocean Road. Great Ocean Road, as the name states, it passes along the ocean, but a very big portion of it is inland. It was actually constructed after the First World War, and it was constructed by soldiers. It does have a lot of historical significance to it, but obviously definitely a beautiful ride. Now it has started getting very windy right now because we are moving into farmlands, wide open spaces, and I'm feeling a lot of crosswinds as well today. So let's see how we go along the way. So we have finally arrived at Warrnambool. On my left is the cheese factory, as you can see, and on my right is the cheese museum or the cheese shop. They manufacture the cheese over here locally. The milk comes from the farms around, like you saw behind, along the way. There were a lot of cows over here. They were all milk cows with high fat content, so they make good cheese. And Warrnambool is actually very well known for its cheese. We living in Melbourne get a lot of cheese from Warrnambool. I won't be stopping around here because I do have a long way today to go, and this is start of the ride. So and distances like more than 200 k's every day is something new for me as well. So let's see what we see along the way, and I'll keep you posted. Okay, so now we are getting closer to the Warrnambool town. I'm planning to make a quick stop over here for a cup of coffee. Probably would go for McDonald's or something like that, so I know that I'm getting the right taste and not experimenting. But yeah, so far so good. Feeling a little chilly, but otherwise Alright, so had a good coffee break. Now get started. This is the procedure. The gear I'm wearing is pretty tight, so it's a little of a bit of a challenge to get on. Yep. There you go. I forgot I have the keys. Okay, so A1 continues straight, but we are going to take a slight deviation from A1 because it goes to Portland and then comes back inwards. And it's basically an unnecessary deviation. It's only a small deviation, but it's like that. So it doesn't make sense to go like that just to Portland, I think, and there's nothing there I want to do today. So I decided that to avoid that deviation and go to Haywood, and from Haywood continue to towards Mount Gambier. So there we go. We got a small deviation from A1, but we are practically on A1, you know. So you're not driving any less, that's for sure. So I've reached Haywood. It's a nice small town, typical Aussie country town. And from here we get back onto the A1. It's Mount Gambier, as you can see, A1. They also have a footy ground or footy/cricket ground. So in winter everyone plays footy, in summer footy ground converts into a cricket ground. So yeah, now we are back on A1. So we get back onto the Princess Highway and back on track. So Mount Gambier is known for logging, obviously legally. There's a lot of plantation, pine tree plantation around Mount Gambier, like hundreds and thousands of kilometers, I don't know thousands, but at least hundreds of kilometers of pine tree plantation. And basically they do the plantation over there, and then there is a there's a mill in Mount Gambier where they cut the trees and process it to a certain extent before shipping it all over Australia or wherever it has to go. So yeah, I'll try and capture some meals on the way. But as we go towards Mount Gambier, you'll start seeing a lot of pine. Mount Gambier is actually in South Australia. So, and Melbourne is in Victoria. They're two different states. So today when I reach Mount Gambier, I will also be crossing states as well. From the Strait of Victoria, I'll be going to state of South Australia. Now there's some interesting laws. When you enter South Australia from Victoria, you cannot carry any fruits, because South Australia has a pretty decent size fruits, fruit plantations and stuff, like oranges and stuff. So there's something called a fruit fly. A fruit fly is a insect that it's like a fly that ruins the fruit plantations basically, and just to stop that from happening, they don't allow people to carry fruits from one state to another. And believe it or not, it's very strict. It's like they actually have a fruit police. So it's just a joke, fruit police, but it is by law you cannot carry it. There's a decent fine for it as well. So yeah, when we get close to the border, I'll show you there will be a bin where you need to throw all the fruits that you have. So hopefully we haven't crossed the border, because I didn't see any sign. So when we get close, I'll try and capture it on the camera. So that's Victoria, South Australia. So we are crossing the border right now, and basically we are only about 20 minutes away from Mount Gambier. So these are pine plantations that you see on both sides. Mount Gambier is known for logging, so there's plantations all over. Yep. So welcome to South Australia. Yeah, it's beautiful entrance as you get into South Australia. I just saw a couple of emus behind. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera on, so couldn't record them. But if you are lucky, we might see more. Emus are known to be around this area due to the plantation. It's not just the emus, also the emus and kangaroos. They are seen much more frequently, much more easily visible if it's during dusk time, because they come out on the roads. But the other problem is that you wouldn't want to ride during the dusk time as well, because it's unsafe, because they might try to cross the road and not a good idea. So yeah, but now we are in South Australia, so yeah, should be getting to Mount Gambier pretty soon. We have reached Mount Gambier. Now the highlight of the day is actually a sinkhole. Alright, there you go. There's a mill. That's where they're cutting the timber. So all the pine plantation. Oh, there you go. Umpherston Sinkhole. That's where we are going. Alright, so I'm actually at the sinkhole right now. Basically, a few years back, the land just sank in. It's something that happens naturally, maybe due to some changes in underground or something. But the reason why this place is popular is what they've done with it. They've actually made a garden in the sinkhole. So I'll just try and take a video around it just to show you what it looks like. And that's one of the things Mount Gambier is known for as well. Yes, so that was the famous sinkhole of Mount Gambier. That's where it is. And yes, now I'm driving to my accommodation for tonight. It's nearly 3:45. Don't go by that clock, because that's not been updated due to time savings. Once a year, of course, we need to change clocks, but I haven't been able to change it on the bike yet. So yeah, so I'm going to my accommodation for tonight. Not very far from here. Once I'm there, I'll try and show you what it looks like, what the facility is like here. Grand Central Motel reception. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. Hello, how are you? Sorry. Got a booking today? Just arrived at the motel. Staying at Grand Central Motel. Very nice people at the reception. I'll just show you what the room looks like. That's where it is. Nice clean bed. And there's a ensuite bathroom there. It's got microwave, kettle, everything that you would need. And yeah, so basically just going to call it a day today and try and see if I can find some food, preferably warm food, and I'll see if I can capture that as well for you. But otherwise, if I don't see you again, then I'll see you tomorrow on the next ride, which will be from Mount Gambier all the way to Adelaide, and it's going to be a big ride. It's about 450 kilometers. So yeah.